Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video. I've just arrived and I thought, what's going on here? And then I see Chris has got a time lapse turned on and I've just looked at it and it was me walking in. So clearly we're making a video on Chris's Berlingo van. Quite a lot of you that have been with us for quite a while will know this has been around the whole time the channel's been around. Chris actually bought this van. It's 12, he bought it in 2013 with about 12,000 miles on it. It was a pharmacy van. You can still kind of make it out. So it had never done any real work. It was like new inside and out. And this van was salvage, and I think it's Cat D. It had sucked water up the air intake, been through a flood and ruined the engine. Chris took the head off and the valve had actually broken off and the piston had beat the valve into the head, ruining it. So those of you will also know there's a parts van outside. That is on a 13 reg, and Chris bought that van outside purely for the engine because it had done 3,000 miles. So that's the engine that's in this van. He'd done an engine swap and he's used this ever since. So there is some damage on it. Chris is a Miss Daisy, to be honest. He's a very, very careful driver, doesn't break any speed limits and drives well within the law. He was going down a country road and some lady was coming flat out the other way on the phone and made him veer into the verge where he actually hit a rock and caused the damage on this van. Anyway, that story over. We want to try and get this repaired because ultimately you can see just by looking at the van how flat it's gone and how dirty it is. Chris doesn't actually ever use this van anymore. He used to do quite a bit of building work and use this to run to and fro down to Cornwall and run everywhere, but he just doesn't use it anymore. It is still a nice, lovely, low mileage van. It's done 50 odd thousand and he has always looked after it, oil changes, etc. So we're going to crack on and actually get involved, try and get this seal back how it should be, and then get this van sold, I think, because it's just sitting there doing nothing, and it genuinely is a lovely van. I know it's an Enterprise as well, so it's got all the bits on it, aircon, windows, etc, etc. Enough waffle, let's crack straight on with it. I found Chris. We're actually very, very lucky with this one. That is a hollow skin. This is just literally an outer skin. So first things first, give him a bit more room. We're going to concentrate. You set the slide hammer up and we're just going to concentrate on getting that first bit of damage out there, that main dent. Sorry mate, I pulled that right in your way. Come back nice, didn't it? I think you got it mate, didn't you? So much better already just pulling that out, and then it's going to give him more room to actually get right down there and try and push this one out and push that out. They should push out okay, Chris, shouldn't they?
So, yeah.
Crazy woman, eh? On the phone. See how we get on. I think we'll let Chris do his thing and then I'll cut in after because I am standing right in his way here. That bit of time lapse was really interesting, but because I'd popped out, Chris was here on his own. Slowly but surely, while he was doing it, the old tripod's done that and tipped itself down. So the first bit of it is really good, seeing this dent actually pop out. Then it does drop down a little bit, but very, very happy with how that come out. It's come out lovely. It's going to need the tiniest amount of filler in there, can't really see in there. But these are open, like I said, but as you can see, Chris broke the seal here, and there's like a piece of plastic that goes in there. Where is that, Chris? Oh, it's there. So it just has like this plastic cover, and that's going to need to be sticker flexed back in there or glued. Yeah, sticker flex by the look of it. But yeah, tiny little skimmer filler in there. This, I've lost the name of it now, sealer. The sealer is going to be removed, but rather than use a grinder, we are going to use the whippy wheel. And the benefit of using a whippy wheel rather than a grinder is it only takes off the sealer and the paint. It doesn't take away any metal. So we'll get that all cleaned up, get that off, and then start the process of a little tiny bit of filler work. Should be a nice, quick, easy turnaround, this one. In between doing Chris's van today, we are on Copart trying to buy a couple of bits. So we're going to include that now, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we win something for you for next week. Just going into the watch list, guys, this BMW is going to be another one that we're going to try and buy today. Now this, a picture speaks 1,000 words, so to speak, in the car trade. So looking at that car there, you can see it's had a little bit of a whack on that bumper corner, and the wing's been removed. So has the door handles, the mirror, etc. So to me and Chris, straight away, when we see that, that's the insurance company have started repairing that car, and they've actually noticed something on that car that the insurance are not prepared to do, or they found more damage. Would you say, Chris? Something?
Normally.
Yeah, it'll be something like that, won't it? So, as you can see, all of the bits are in the back of this car. Fingers crossed, it is all of the bits, but we think that that is a lovely little car. It's done 64,000 miles, and estimated retail 8.8, probably more closer to 7,000 than 8.8, but current bid is 2.5, and I think we agreed we're going to bid about 3.31 for that car, Chris, aren't we? So we'll come back for that live auction as well. That one's going to be in a few minutes. So the BMW's up now. Unfortunately, I cannot record in landscape. This is the best we can do. Copart doesn't go into landscape, unfortunately. Is that you bidding, Chris?
No, I don't bid against you.
I don't know if that's us bidding or not. No, it's not.
Do you want me to bid?
Yes, please. Yeah, don't bid no more though. That's, as you can see, that's just gone over what we wanted to spend. 3.1 was our budget on that car, and its current bid is 3.150. So the next one would be 3.2. Was that you? We will watch it to the end though to see what it does make. Bit of confusion there. I couldn't actually bid because I was screen recording. It wouldn't let me. No, don't worry. 3.3. So that's like quite a lot of money now with the fees. That budget, what we wanted to spend anyway. That is our bid. Yeah, it's not going green because I'm screen recording. Seems to be doing very well, doesn't it? Just bear in mind what we said that we would buy for that, you know, pay for that car, and then the fees on top now, it's getting near close to £4,000, and you got to repair it. And that was on approval as well, so that hasn't actually sold. When we're on full screen, and of course it's hitting the back as well. It has had a wallop in the back there. We just got run up again. We pulled out on that. We've got a little Audi A1 in the watch list there with some real And another airbag kit's changed.
We
So
seem to
that
be
car
thinking
will
that
be
it's
up not as bad as it looks, but
36 minutes.
So we'll come back and do a bit of
and we
live
think
bidding
that
on that.
Not only will it be
Actually,
a nice car,
we will, because we've
it will
already bid our
create
maximum.
some quite good
But we'll
content
watch the
for you
auction,
guys,
and
so
fingers crossed we
it's
win
this
it.
little Audi A1
Chris, we
here.
actually won that car last week, didn't we?
2012 S-Line car.
£1,000. So, and they wouldn't let us have it. They asked for
2.5.
So fingers crossed.
Pretty much same
we get
engine
another
as the
go at
little
it.
Polo that we had.
And as you can see there, it's TDI. An amazing price we won it for, and actually £175 less than what we paid, what we won it for last week. So they have just come back with a counter bid of 2,300 and something. So we'll see how we get on. Fingers crossed they do let us have it. In the meantime, let's crack on with Chris's van. Just before we have a look at Chris's van, guys, how amazing is that? We've received a bit of fan mail from America, and this is from the Parkers. They've sent us a lovely letter, and their little daughter, Katie, has drawn us a picture, and their son James has drawn us a picture as well. So how lovely is that? They've sent us some little American treats, so we're really looking forward to eating them. Thank you very, very much. Let's get on with the van. It's actually the next day now, guys, and Chris did stay last night after last night's video, knocked that bit of filler back and actually got it in primer. The little thing I wanted to add in this video as well, I know quite a lot of you already showed an interest when I recently said that this was going to be going up for sale. Same with the red Vauxhall Vivaro van, guys. A lot of people sent me their number and stuff on Instagram. As you know, we've said it before and we will always stick to it. We will only sell a vehicle once it's completely done. So once Chris is completely happy with this, it will go on Instagram, and on that particular post, when people send me their numbers, I'll go through them in order. That's the fairest way I can do it. So we'll carry on getting this done, and just if you are interested in it, watch out for it popping up on Instagram for your chance to purchase it. It is now ready to go to the paint shop. I've rung him up and he said he'll do it. It's a quick job. He'll do it tonight before he goes home, and hopefully we can get it back tomorrow. So let's get it out the paint shop and we'll pick up as soon as it comes back. Back from the paint shop, and just as we expected, it come out very nice indeed. Chris did do that seam sealer right along that edge there, and he actually feathered it into the original, because you would have seen on the bit of time lapse he actually had to whippy wheel the whole lot off all the way up to about halfway through the door there. But it's come out perfect. We just need to move on now to the process. Pretty much just a bit of a clean up really, and get it ready to put it up for sale. So let's get involved, crack on and get this all cleaned up. I had to pop out this morning, pick up another car. Chris got cracking straight on with the van and got all the inside of it wrapped up. We'll come back to the inside of it later and I'll show you a few of the bits that it has got inside it. But for now, we need to concentrate, just get it all washed down and get it cleaned up nice. We think it's going to need a mop. You can just make out on the sides there, before we do touch it, you can see where it said some sort of pharmacy on the side of it. So let's get on. Guys, I'm going to quickly stop what I'm doing there because quite a lot of you are going to be thinking, Chris hasn't really used that van, it's only done 50, why are you mopping it? And I'm going to show you the answer. Where he doesn't use it, and it is parked up quite a lot, so I've just had one quick pass over the bonnet. It's not without its little stone chips, but I've deliberately left this patch. Can you see that? And I'll actually get a normal, nice new clean rag. You would have seen we washed it. Those black marks will not come out. We can't get them out. And the whole van really up close. See all these black marks? They just won't come off. We've just tried washing it as hard as we can, and of course it's really flat as well. I know quite a lot of you are going to laugh at all the mess, but I have hit this van when it was still quite wet, so all that will wash off no problem. Chris is just going around with a little bit of thinners, getting the tar off of the lower down areas, but all these little marks, they're not going to come off without that mop. I'll try and rub it with my hand. You'd be there 5 minutes, eventually they would come off, but the whole van is covered in them. And that is why we're running the mop over it. Let's carry on. That's enough of that time lapse, guys. I've done this side, so I'm just going to crack on off camera, do across the back, do down the driver's side, and then I'll cut back in, show you exactly what it looks like. But all them little black marks are coming off, and it's starting to look quite nice and shiny on little patches that I've wiped over, so it's all good. Let's crack on. Chris just said it's come up so nice he thinks he's going to keep it, but he was only joking. He's just whipped that front number plate off. The other day when we went and got a pair for the GLA, he said I'd really like to pick up a pair for the van because they are starting to look a bit sore. But how lovely that come up, and all those little black marks, they all come off. All these little bits that are left on there, no, that was a bit of dirt actually. It's got a couple of little stone chips on it, but apart from that, am I zoomed in too far here? That's more like it. Come up very, very nice. Tow bar as well, Chris fitted that. Reverse camera prep. It's got the camera, but we're not going to include the screen because Chris said it did start playing up and it wasn't working, so weren't bad for a couple of hours work, guys. Looks a real smart little van now. We'll get Chris to fit them number plates on quickly, and then we'll have a look on the inside. Certainly looks a lot better with a nice new set of number plates. So the inside, Chris hasn't been using it for hard work, so it is quite nice. I think this one, maybe, yeah, pulls up. You've got storage under the middle seat there. It's got aircon, CD player, USB. It's got all the bits on it. But one thing Chris did do to this van, when he got it, he boarded it out. In order to get 3 metres in the back, he built all the bulkhead and the wood, but he cut this bit out so that he could get 3 metres in there in one hit without cutting it down outside B&Q or Wickes or whatever. When he was building my annex, we used this to go and pick all the wood up. So that is it. He did put a number plate on the back of it as well. Just looks so much better. And that is it. Let's go and tell you about the cars on the auction. So guys, it's not the end, so don't go anywhere. The auction today, you'll be pleased to know that we have won a couple of cars. There is also another couple of cars in the yard that I wasn't even going to mention, but you could clearly see them in video. It's just another couple of cars that we was going to trade out. I was just saying to Chris, do you know what? Let's have a nice long weekend off. It's Good Friday today. No one's around. I've driven out this morning to Essex and picked up that little Fiat 500 that's in the yard, and there just wasn't a car on the road. So I said, let's have a nice, we've worked Friday, let's have a nice long weekend off and we won't put a video out Monday. Sorry guys, that was a little fly. And he said, no, we got to do a video for Monday. So we'll work tomorrow. And I'm kind of halfway through a video on something else. I won't get into that. And he said, well, we got to do a gearbox or a clutch in that little Fiat 500. It's a little quick turnaround. And I said, no. I've said we'd do no more Fiat 500s on the channel. He's like, Yes, mechanical. So Chris has kind of talked me into it, and we're actually going to start that video tonight, and we're going to put that out Monday. So, well, if you guys want to see it, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comment section of this video, and we'll put that one out for you on Monday. It's going to be, we don't know if it's the gearbox or the clutch. I only picked it up this morning. The wheels need a refurb. It just needs loads of little bits doing to it. So, yeah, we'll possibly do a video on that. Have I forgotten anything, Chris? So much has gone on in this video, hasn't there, where it's been dragged out over a problem. Oh yes, the van. As soon as it's ready, I will be putting that on Instagram, and as usual, I will go through the numbers as they come in order. I did notice, and I wanted to quickly pick up on that, the Facebook again. Guys, we don't have a Facebook page. We do understand there is a bit of a Facebook page out there that one of you guys runs, but that's nothing to do with us. We don't go on there and answer any of the questions or anything like that, simply because we don't have a Facebook account and we don't really have time for it. On Instagram, quite a lot of people send me links for cars that are on Marketplace. Again, I can't look them up because we just don't have Facebook and genuinely don't have the time for it. So that is going to be the end of today's video. That is well enough waffle. Don't forget, please like, subscribe and share. I hope everybody has a lovely Easter with their family, and we'll see you next week for the next one.